Hi, this is John Wood, and I'm excited to introduce to you Dragon Slayers, ever ancient, ever new, where it's our mission to inspire young parents, give them the desire to know and love their faith, and set their hearts on fire to share that faith with the next generation. Since the year 2000, there's been a 60% increase in Catholics leaving the faith, and we believe the root of the problem and the heart of the solution lies in young parents. A 14-year study out of North Carolina and Notre Dame confirms the most powerful religious curriculum you can give to a child is the way their parents live their life. Nothing else comes close. But the reality is many parents don't know their faith. They're not living their faith, and they can't share something they don't have. Many of them don't even have a relationship with God. Just a few weeks ago, we had our first Dragon Slayer retreat of the school year. And afterwards, we got a handwritten note from a mom. She said in her note, "My mom passed away 6 days ago, and it's been very hard to keep faith in God. Everything you said today related to how I've been feeling. I think this is a message from God telling me where to go now from this devastating part of my life. You don't know the impact you had on me today. Thank you and God bless." I can relate to this mom because in many ways, this ministry started because I lost my dad to cancer in 2008. And when my dad died, my state championship medals, my doctor's degree didn't give me any consolation. My worldly success didn't give any meaning or purpose to that suffering and death. It was only the rock-solid foundation of my Catholic faith that my parents gave me. And I saw that faith in action in my mom, who lost her spouse, but she never lost her faith. I realized she has something that nobody can take away from her, not even death. She knows the God of the universe, and I want that, and I want it for my children, and I want to share that gift with parents all over the country. And I've tried. For the last 10 years, I traveled this country and did parish missions and events open to the public. But my frustration is that young parents don't come to those events. They're busy, they're distracted, they got a million things to do. And quite frankly, many of them don't think that God is relevant to their life. So how do we reach them? How do we inspire them? How do we engage these young parents and encounter them? Our solution is Dragon Slayers, a second grade sacramental retreat. Why second grade? My wife, Kristen, has taught second grade sacramental prep for the last 6 years. And in doing so, we've discovered that even disengaged parents still want their child to receive First Communion. And they will bring them in at a time when it's not too late to pass on the faith. This is our best and maybe our last chance to inspire these parents. Dragon Slayers revolves around our evangelization model, which is a 3-step theme of inspire, desire, fire. It has to be in that order. Parents won't do anything until they're inspired. And too often, the only encounters they have with parish life involve meetings and logistics and due dates. We need to inspire them. And our Dragon Slayer retreat is meant to inspire them, uplift them, and invest into these parents. Dragon Slayers is a retreat put on by parents and children, for parents and children. My wife and our 5 kids, our entire family is part of our event team, where we teach the parents and the kids the art of dragon slaying. Dragons are sins. Dragons are temptations. Dragons are addictions. Dragons are distractions. Dragons are any obstacle keeping us from becoming saints. And we want the parents and the kids to realize we all have dragon wounds, but those wounds can be healed in the sacrament of reconciliation. And we're given the greatest power in the universe to slay our dragons, sacramental grace, especially the Eucharist, the source and summit of our faith. That's why we believe Catholicism is the best way to live and the greatest gift these parents can give to their children. And we know this retreat is working because we've surveyed every parent we've encountered the last 2 years, hundreds of anonymous surveys, dozens of testimonials. And there's a recurring theme in those surveys and testimonials. Most of these parents didn't really want to come. They're just there because their child's going through sacramental prep. Like this one dad. "I thought I had better things to do, but turns out they can wait. Had a great time, feel better about myself. Very inspiring." Or this young mom who reports rarely going to Mass, she said, "I enjoyed this. I was not interested in coming, but so glad I did. I'd be interested in coming again and bringing my husband and Catholic friends who I know don't attend Mass very often." You see, they don't realize they're the target audience until they get there. But when they leave, our surveys show over 98% of these parents say this retreat was worth my time, and I plan on being more engaged in my faith moving forward. 98%. And thanks to the help of our Bishop Daniel Thomas and his support, we've reached our first milestone. We wanted to perform Dragon Slayers live to 25 parishes in our area this year. Right now, we have almost 30 parishes scheduled. That's access to over 1,000 families. And every single parish that scheduled us once has scheduled us again. We have a 100% retainment rate so far. But we don't want to stop there. There's 600,000 kids who go through First Communion prep in this country every year, and we don't know anybody else offering a second grade sacramental retreat. Most parishes do it by themselves. And whatever they're doing isn't working when 71% of Catholics don't believe in the real presence. We want to find a way to reach a lot of different families. And working with our diocese, we got a lot of ideas, a lot of big dreams. Large venues like Catholic schools can host 10, 15, 20 parishes at a time in a great atmosphere that makes the church feel alive. We've partnered with great organizations like Awaken Catholic and their production studios to create great virtual retreat modules that families anywhere in the country can use right now. We want to train parishes to do our live Dragon Slayer presentation. We want to send out Dragon Slayer missionaries and train them to do what we do. All it takes is humility, passion, zeal, and the willingness for the Holy Spirit to work through you. I'm just an eye doctor, an introverted eye doctor. If the Holy Spirit can use me and my family, I know there's tons of families all over the country that can do this retreat as well. And we don't want to just inspire families for one day and leave. The second stage is desire. Once they're inspired, they have a desire to know and learn more. So we give them $200 worth of resources to take home with them. The best resources we could find, partnering with these great organizations you see on the screen to help get these resources into the hands of the parents. The Knights of Columbus have been very generous in sponsoring many of these resources. And we follow up with these parents for 25 weeks in our Saints in the Making University Family Challenge, where we give, a Deep Roots challenge for the parents, a Dragon Slayer challenge for the kids. We work with the Knights of Columbus and show an Into the Breach video series for the men. We want to share other ministries, because these parents struggle with addiction and divorce, and we want to get them the help they need with these ministries that you've seen many of them today in this challenge. So we want to share and collaborate with other people. And then the final step is fire. We believe the best way to share the faith and spread the faith is families spending time together. So we want to offer high adventure family activities like parent-child archery leagues, camping, fishing, hiking. These are opportunities for families to spend time together. Think of the innovative ways that we can share the faith using things like bows and arrows and fire and fishing with a Dragon Slayer theme. Especially for young dads who are so hard to reach and may not come to an event or do an online app, they will come to a parent-child archery league, and we can help them, we can inspire them, but we can't do this by ourselves. We need help. We need a staff person. We want Dragon Slayer training facilities where we can do these high adventure activities and supplies and better media to train the parishes. We need your help to get these resources into the hands of the parents. And the most important resource we give them is a beautiful wooden crucifix that we've partnered with a woodworking company in Naples, Florida. We want a crucifix in every home in America because we believe that's the image that gave that young mother hope in the face of her mother's death. That's the image that's going to convict and hold accountable a young father to be the spiritual leader and lay down his life for his family. That's the image that teaches us that God is love and we are worth every drop of his blood. That's the image that tells these parents the only thing they can give their children that the world can't take away is the hope of heaven. And that's the image we believe can inspire them back in the faith. Please help us inspire these parents so that they can inspire the next generation of saints. Thank you.